Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and I know I've done a lot of Call of Duty videos in the past week. I'm really just getting back into Call of Duty, trying to, get as much hype out as possible because Modern Warfare 4 is most likely going to be revealed within the next month or two, so I'm really excited for all that. So this video, I decided I would give you guys my Modern Warfare 4 wish list. This is what I want to be in this game, not necessarily what I think is going to be in this game, just more so what I want to be in this game, because what I think is going to happen is very different than what I want. So I'm going to make it pretty simple. I'm going to go over campaign, multiplayer, and zombies, and kind of discuss what I want for each mode specifically. So let's get into it. Starting off with campaign, this one's a short list, pretty self-explanatory. I want it to be long, and I want there to be more chapters and levels as free updates that come out after launch. Now what I mean by that is, I don't want the whole story to be just pushed onto us day one, and that's it, and then they just forget about the campaign. Because that's one of my biggest gripes with campaigns in all Call of Duties, is because you play it once for the first 2 days of launch, and then you maybe play it again once later on, a couple months later, but that's about it. There's no other replay value in the campaigns. So what they can do is they can release like one chapter at launch, and then release, 3 more chapters later on throughout the life cycle to just give more content and make the game feel more fresh in terms of campaign and not just, multiplayer and zombies, of course. So that to me would be the most exciting for this game. I think it would be a lot of fun. You get to end on cliffhangers, then you get all excited for the next one, but obviously they'd be free updates. They wouldn't be, something you have to pay for. So that would be good. And a good soundtrack, make it emotional with a lot of massive, set pieces, a lot of massive battles. Just make it a good one with good characters. And rewards. Reward me for completing the campaign. Give me rewards that will, go over to multiplayer. Maybe something like if you beat the campaign or you beat Chapter 1, you unlock a Captain Price skin for multiplayer or something like that. Some stuff like that would just be nice to kind of make me want to play the campaign more than just playing it for the story, even though, because I could literally just watch someone play it and probably get the same experience in terms of story, but it would be nice to get rewards out of it, so it makes more sense as why I want to do it. Last thing for campaign, this is kind of away from campaign, but give us like survival and spec ops. Now I know I have zombies on this list, but I really don't see why they can't do both spec ops and zombies, because think about it, Spec Ops and Survival was such a simple mode for them to make. It took no skill or hard work for them. All they had to do was take the multiplayer maps and just allow you to play survival mode on them. It's as simple as that, and you just add a few box locations or whatever they were called where you go up to them and buy them, just to add some more replayability to this game. Maybe have some rewards, maybe have some cool challenges and stuff for survival mode, and then have some Spec Op missions, where Spec Op missions were literally just campaign missions, like part of campaign missions, just without a story, and it was just a thing. So people who want Spec Ops and nothing else, they just want Spec Ops to replace any sort of a zombie mode, I don't get those people, because Spec Ops does not have the replay value that something like Zombies or Extinction would. So, but I do still want them to have it, since I don't think it would be that difficult for them to add at all. Next, let's get into multiplayer. I got a lot of stuff for multiplayer here, as I'm very picky when it comes to this. So first things first, for create a class, I want something like a pick 13 similar to Advanced Warfare, maybe pick 15 with a few more options, like maybe a few more equipment options or a few more perk options, or which I'll mention later, something about melee weapons having its own separate slot rather than it being a secondary. We'll talk about that in a little bit though. I just think having streaks be as a part of the created class makes for more variety in gameplay, so you're not, playing the same way, because there's people out there who don't want to play with score streaks, or they're just not good enough to get them, and they should be allowed to put more attachments and more perks on to be able to get them, because that'll help out the better players, because then we'll see less of those noobs getting lucky camping in a corner and trying to go for a high score streak when they know they can't get it, but they do it anyways. Those people won't be doing that anymore, and I think there'll be just less score streaks pissing people off, and only the good people will be the ones getting the score streaks, which is how it should be. Let's be real here. Next up, I want a lot of streaks that are powerful and fun to use. I want a lot of them. I want a lot of variety in score streaks too. I don't want a few of them just like they have been in the past few Call of Duties. I want a lot of them, more than they've ever been before. Just give us a shitload of options and have them be fun. Have some of them be really fun. Have some of them be ones you just call in and they just go on a tear. But don't just have like how the past few Call of Duties have had maybe like 12 score streaks. I'm talking like I want like 20 plus. Something like that. Next up, I want 14 or so maps plus 4 remakes at launch, so I think that's probably a fair amount. Have some of these maps be larger sized, like a lot larger than any other Call of Duties we've ever seen, and give them vehicles, and make those lobbies, only times you ever play on those maps are when you're playing in 12v12 lobbies or something like that. Like, let us play in bigger matches with more people, and it kind of just adds more variety to the gameplay. Obviously, you still have your classic 6v6 lobbies where you're playing on smaller maps like the 3-lane ones, but give us some large ones where we can just play with some vehicles and stuff and have a fun time. I think that'd be pretty dope. And make the maps all be unique and dynamic, with map-based score streaks and dynamic elements like how Call of Duty Ghosts and Advanced Warfare tried to do, but expand on it a little more. Maybe not as dynamic as something like Battlefield where you can completely level out a whole map, just a little bit, to the point where it just makes the maps feel unique, so they don't all feel like the same cookie cutter maps, just with different aesthetics but playing the same way. And have a lot of variety in how the maps play. You know, I do like my 3-lane maps, but don't have every map be 3-laned. Have a decent amount of them be 3-laned. Not everyone. I don't care. I want you to add maps that are 1-laned, 4-laned, 2-laned, circular, I can't even speak today, like circle-shaped, just whatever it may be. Just give us as many types of maps, layouts that you can possibly come up with. That would be great. Party game modes on day one. Something that recent Call of Duties have been doing, which is kind of annoying me, is that party game modes aren't a thing that they come out on launch anymore. It's something that they release later on, one by one, and they're usually limited time. I don't like that. Just drop at least 4 to 5 party game modes, like gun game, sharpshooter, one in the chamber, slasher, which was from Modern Warfare Remastered, maybe not prop hunt. I could see prop hunt being something that would be cooler to release later on, but things like gun game, sharpshooter, one in the chamber, they should be there on day one. Infected, even, that should be there on day one. And then these other ones like prop hunt and, you know, the cool limited time game modes that come up with ideas later on, yeah, come out with those later on. But why do you have to make them limited time? Like, I understand they want them to be bigger, but I think a better way to make things more playable, make playlists more playable, because that's why they do these limited time things. They don't want playlists to have like no players on it, so you can't really get in a good lobby. They want it to be so when they release these game modes, it's a limited time thing, so it won't like make people only want to play that playlist. That's why they don't have Nuketown 24/7 forever, because they know people will probably only play that. But what you can do to get people to play different playlists is every week have a special playlist. Make one of the game modes a special playlist, but have that game mode still be available forever. Just have it be 1 week where it's a special playlist, and in that playlist you have double XP, double weapon XP, double crypto keys, whatever it may be. So that'll get people to want to play it. So even game modes that people don't like playing, like maybe uplink, maybe not many people want to play uplink, you make it double crypto keys, people are gonna play it. That's how you get people to play different game modes. That's how you get people to play things that they don't usually play. And if maybe there's a map that you really don't see people voting for very often, do a playlist with that map only and give us double crypto keys on it. People are going to play it, 100%. Supply drops. Supply drops are something that I really don't mind if they're done right. I never understood why people said that any variation of supply drops is automatically shit. I don't see how that makes sense. I think supply drops can be really fun. The randomness of them in certain ways is really fun. Just make them cosmetic only and make them similar to Modern Warfare Remastered. That's one of the best systems, I think. Maybe World War II was pretty good too, but Modern Warfare Remastered, make it similar to that, but include contracts where you can get supply drops from those contracts, so you get crypto keys, all that stuff, and have weekly challenges with rewards that include camos, skins, and guns, and supply drops. Of course, have an in-game currency like crypto keys or salvage, and have that be the way of purchasing supply drops, as well as you can use your COD points on it, whatever. I don't really care. If you want to spend your COD points money on supply drops, that's fine, because all you're getting out of it is cosmetics. And if you have guns available in supply drops, have them available outside of them as well through challenges or weekly challenges, crafting, like you could with salvage. Have them be part of the season pass, maybe some of them. Maybe have some of them a part of the season pass, some of them a part of crafting, some of them part of weekly challenges. I don't really care. Just don't have them only be in supply drops. If you want them in supply drops in addition to those other 3 things I mentioned, that's fine. That's fine. Character customization similar to a game like Sims. I want it to be in-depth. I want to be able to customize my goddamn eyebrow. What I think they should do is have a list of like 10 characters, like full-on characters that you can make and you make them. No specialists. I don't want specialists in this game. Not that I hate specialists, I just don't want them in this game specifically. They're fine in Black Ops 4, but I don't want them in Modern Warfare 4. But yeah, so character customization is really in depth. Like, you can really design your character's facial features and all that. Obviously, you can't affect their weight or their height because that would be unfair. So yeah, that's always the same. But you can do that, you know, gender, whatever it may be. You can customize that. You can have 10 characters. You can name them, whatever. And then their character gear, which you can unlock through supply drops, challenges. You can buy them in an in-game store, like a black market thingy, whatever. Have those be available on your character, and you put them depending on what creative class slot you're in. So they're per creative class, right? You go to your creative class, you have like 10 of them or whatever. When you're making your creative class, you have to make each one with its own separate outfit. And so outfits are kind of connected to your creative class. They don't count as any points or anything like that. They're just connected to it, so you can go in there and pick a class that kind of goes with your outfit, I guess. But you can probably copy paste them. You don't have to keep redoing the full outfit. But have it be an in-depth outfit system, not just one bottom and then a top, like how it's been in the past few CODs. No, do it like Advanced Warfare or Call of Duty Ghosts, where it's a fold down. You can customize everything down to your knee pads, to your shorts, to your shirt, to your hat, to whatever it may be, goggles. Customize it all the way down, and then maybe they'll have characters like complete skins that are already completed, like Captain Price, for example, or give us an astronaut character. I don't freaking know. Just give us some random skins that you'll have in the black market, you'll have in supply drops, you'll have in all these different locations that we can get, and then we can get these guys easily. You know, don't make them so they're only available through purchasing with COD points. Make them so they're in multiple places, so we can get them in multiple different ways. That would be nice. Melee weapons, one-handed and two-handed melee weapons. This is what I think. So two-handed melee weapons like axes, baseball bats, all that stuff, that should be a secondary slot thing, just like it's always been. But if it's a one-handed melee weapon like a knife or like a sickle or something, or brass knuckles, they should just replace. If you put them on your creative class, it's a separate slot, takes up an extra point, and you get a one-hit melee rather than two-hit melee that's default. So then you get a one-hit melee, and if you hold the melee button while you're doing that, you get to hold it out, kind of like you did in Modern Warfare Remastered, which would be really cool in my opinion. Prestige rewards. Give us prestige rewards. I don't understand why Call of Duty can't do this, and they just are they stupid or something? Like, every Call of Duty should have a large amount of prestige rewards, and I mean a large amount. There shouldn't just be, oh, you get to get another creative class. No, give us a lot more than that. Infinite Warfare did pretty good with this, actually, letting us get the classic weapons. That was pretty dope. Stuff like that. Let us unlock guns at different prestiges. Let us unlock awesome camos, not just calling cards or emblems. Calling cards, emblems are cool. You could have those as well. But give us camos, weapon kits. That's another thing. I want weapon kits in this game, similar to Modern Warfare Remastered. But the weapon kits aren't just for one gun, they're for a whole class. And if you get that weapon kit, it's for every gun in that class. Same for camos. If you get that camo, it's for every gun in that class. That's how it should be. If you get it from like a supply drop, of course. That's what I mean. Okay, so yeah, prestige rewards. So guns, camos, weapon kits, character skins, they should all be stuff that you can unlock throughout your levels or your prestiges. And also when you prestige, every time you should automatically just get, boom, 5 supply drops, something like that, or COD points or something. Just give us reasons to want to prestige. And then make Prestige Master level 1000 something huge, not just something small where you're like, oh, I get a cool number. No, give us something awesome. Give us a gun. The only way you can get the gun is from doing that. Like a PPSH, something that's not fitting in the modern setting. It's kind of, you know, unique in that way, and you won't expect it. Don't even tell anybody it. So the first person who gets to level 1000, boom, now they have a PPSH. That would be awesome. It would make going to level 1000 so much more rewarding. Just for getting one gun, that would be great, awesome. And custom games. Custom games has been kind of lackluster the past few CODs. Give us custom games that have a shitload of custom settings so you can make your own game modes, you can make your own fun little matches. They've done a pretty good job with that in the past with Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 have done pretty good with that. But make it even more in depth. Let us customize small things. Let us put weapon drops around the map. Let us put, I don't know, random AI in specific locations. I don't know, just let us do really crazy things with custom games. That's what I want. Custom games needs to be massive, not something small, not something minor. Make it massive, make it something big, And then everything else is self-explanatory. I just want a good game with good streaks, good guns, good weapon balance, no bugs, stuff like that is obvious. Now let's get into zombies to finish off the video. I'm just going to try to push through zombies. I don't want this video to be too long. Make it similar to IW Zombies in the fact that it's like the movie theme. Like each map has its own movie theme, like a superheroes theme, pirates, Egyptian, wizards, horror theme. All the maps have their own like movie theme, just like kind of what Infinite Warfare was doing to some degree. I think continuing that overall theme would be pretty cool. It doesn't have to be the same story. I would like it to be the same story, but it doesn't have to. Have a lot of side quests. I mean a shitload of side quests at every map. Don't have every side quest connect to the main Easter egg, you know? Have the main Easter egg be fun, but not, you know, have them, some of them be difficult, some of them be easy. Have a good variety in Easter egg quests, but make them so they're not tedious or annoying to do. You know, make them rewarding as well. A lot of rewards. Give us prestige rewards in zombies as well, and Easter egg rewards. I want to unlock a cool-ass skin that I can use in multiplayer, or maybe in some zombies modes, if I beat the full Easter egg quest. I think I deserve something like that after that. Also, something like Director's Cut, just like in Infinite Warfare after you beat all the Easter eggs. Some kind of super Easter egg would be nice as well, obviously. A similar sort of perk system to Infinite Warfare, similar weapon system, weapon kits, all that. Similar to Infinite Warfare. I think Infinite Warfare Zombies did a great job. Even this fortune cards do it similar to that. Stuff you unlock in-game, not create a class, a lot of stuff that you unlock in-game rather than how it was in Black Ops 4 where it's like, oh, all your stuff is just in the create a class system in the menu screen. I don't like that. A lot of unique weapons on different maps and unique perks, fun wonder weapons, that's obvious, you know, that's just the norm. And give us a lot of game modes, give us some cool, interesting things like Grieve, gun game within zombies. I think that would be kind of fun. Whatever. Custom settings as well would be nice, just like custom mutations. Weekly challenges as well that have good rewards, so it's something that makes me want to keep coming back and playing. Like maybe you get like 3 supply drops or something for completing the rewards. I don't know, something fun, something useful, and don't make it a tedious challenge. Make it a fun challenge that I'll have a good time doing. And every now and then just give us like a monthly challenge where it's like complete a full Easter egg quest doing a certain task or something, or with certain custom settings. I don't know, that would be cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below what you want in Modern Warfare 4 in terms of campaign, multiplayer, zombies, spec ops, survival, whatever the hell there is. Let me know what you want in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.